Hello, Mr. Brown here, your science teacher. I make videos for students of all ages, so join me as I ruin one of America's favorite snacks today with the science of donuts. Now, the first thing we got to figure out, how do you spell this word? This company likes to spell it Doughnuts, but this company spells it Donuts. Which one's right? I don't know. I guess they're both valid. So, what's in a donut? I'm seeing milk, sugar, yeast, flour, salt, butter, eggs, vanilla. Hey, isn't this just cake batter? Yeah, basically, it's just cake batter. But we poke a hole in the middle of it. All right, so take that cake batter and throw it into hot oil and fry it up. Pull it out, cool it off, and you have a plain donut. Now, you remember those little holes you poked out the middle? You can fry those up too, and we'll call those donut holes. Or let's put some toppings on here. If you drizzle some liquid sugar over the top, we'll call it glazed donuts. And if you gave it a twist, it would be a glazed twist donut. Okay. You can put dry powdered sugar on top and it becomes a powdered donut. Or if you want to drizzle liquid chocolate, you have chocolate donuts. Sometimes they'll like to squeeze jelly on the inside for jelly-filled donuts. Or you could throw some blueberries in there for blueberry donuts. Maybe even pumpkin donuts if you're feeling in the mood. You could even cover it with coconut for coconut donuts or cinnamon donuts. Don't forget about strawberry donuts too. Now we can play around with the shape of the donut. Here we see long johns. If you want to get really fancy, you can have French crullers. If you want to get creative, here are bear claws. You can even throw some apples in there, and we have apple fritters. But probably the most popular donut of them all is the sprinkled donut. Look at that. It kind of makes you wonder though, what are sprinkles? Well, I'm seeing sugar, that was expected, cornstarch, oil, wax. Wait a minute. Yellow 5, red 3? What's that? Those are food dyes. I see the chemical formula here, and they come in a variety of colors. Blue number 1, yellow number 5. I'm going to choose red 40. Let's go ahead and take red 40 and type it into the Google search bar. And whoa, I'm seeing words like toxic, hazardous, cancer. Well, what's going on here? So it makes me wonder, let's go back to those donuts. What's actually in there? So let's find a random box of donuts and flip it around to the back, and I want to find the nutrition facts. Let's take a closer look. What do we see here? Serving size, 1 donut, 240 calories, 25% of my daily fat, 38% of my daily sugar. What do these numbers mean? Well, it's not good. It means that 1 donut has about the same calories as eating 3 apples. Or 2 donuts has about the same calories as a large fries. But don't take my word for it. What do doctors have to say about donuts? Do they put them in the healthy food category, or does it go in the unhealthy food category? Well, we do a little research, and Doctors put donuts in their top worst foods. Here we see donuts show up here. Top 8 worst foods to avoid. Donuts show up again. Let's look somewhere else on the internet. 5 worst foods to avoid at all costs. Donuts make number 1. So, are you telling me donuts are bad? Yeah, donuts are junk food. And junk food is bad for you. If you don't agree with me, ask your doctor. All right then, Mr. Brown, if that's your real name, what happens if I eat junk food all the time? Well, I'm glad you asked. You become obese. Obesity is the condition of being grossly overweight, and it's really bad for you. Being obese leads to stroke, cancer, diabetes. It's not good. And it makes you wonder, what country is the number one most obese country in the world? And as you probably figured, it's number one with the United States of America. 1 in 3 Americans is obese. Let's take a closer look at the states. I don't know. I'm looking at you, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. You guys need to watch your donut intake there. All right, so fine. We're going to pass on the donuts. What should we be eating instead? Well, if you have a craving for fats, there are some good fats you should reach for and try to avoid bad fats, like donuts. Some good fats, also known as omega-3s, you can see here. This is good, healthy, nutritious food. You want to reach for good, fresh meats and proteins like you see here, and especially get lots of essential vitamins and minerals. You can find this stuff in foods like these, which contain vitamin B2 or riboflavin. You can find your vitamin B9 in foods like these. That stuff looks pretty good and healthy. What about vitamin C? You'll find that in citrus fruits and foods like this. Don't forget about vitamin A. You'll find that in foods like this. And vitamin D is found. You know, some of these foods I've been seeing show up a couple times. I'm looking at you, broccoli. I saw you show up on a couple of these charts. What about minerals like calcium? Hey, there's broccoli showing up again. Yeah, you want to get these essential minerals in your diet. Reach for foods that are rich in iron. Reach for foods that are rich in zinc. All of this stuff is a well-rounded, healthy diet. This is what you should be eating. How is it going to make you feel? It's going to make you feel great. You're going to have a big smile. You're going to have a sign that says diet and exercise next to you, and you're going to have a bucket of carrots in the photo. But if you reach for donuts as your primary food, you're going to feel like this. And I don't want to see you end up here. Thanks for joining me today as I've ruined your childhood in the science of donuts. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.